Each person here tonight has a light inside, a fire that burns to illuminate the world around us.
It doesn't matter if it's a spark or a torch. Each of us can use our light for good to ignite kindness, passion, craftsmanship, and love in others.
Tonight, we invite all of you to think about the things you have to share with the world, your passion, talents, and other attributes that make your fire unique.
Think about ways to share those things. How can you light that fire in somebody else? Maybe it's a loved one, a friend, a coworker, or the families you serve.
We do our meaningful work because we believe we can help families by sharing a message of healing and light. What may start as a spark can soon turn into a warm flame that illuminates and provides peace and joy. This is the work you do. We thank you for sharing your light.
Each of you are here tonight because over the last year, you have helped prepare somebody for a very difficult time, a very dark time in their lives. You have provided a light. You have shared that light. Thank you for sharing that light. Let your light shine.
gentlemen, please welcome Precoa's founders, Mark Horningbrook and Brett Davis.
Brings a whole new meaning to sharing your light, doesn't it? We notice up here as they're flinging that stuff around, there's kerosene flying everywhere. I hope no one gets too hot up here. We can start another fire. We are so grateful to be with you, grateful that you're here, especially grateful that you're enjoying your time here. You know, last year we had an event that was full of excursions. Every day was an excursion to a new place. And it was a busy time. We were a little concerned that we would wear you out in that process, but it seemed to go okay. This year, it's just about relaxing. Just relax, enjoy your time here, and recuperate. When you go home, you just be invigorated, ready to go back to work and have a great time. But just enjoy this time. It's so fun to see you doing it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Grateful to be here with you.
So let me ask you a question. Are you all ready to have a great evening? One more time, a little bit louder. Are you ready to have a great evening? Excellent. Bienvenidos a Mexico.
Now, if this is the first time, or those of you that have been here before know about this, but for those of you that this is your first time, this is a special occasion to be here on this trip. That the people that get to come on these trips are special people that are true pre-need professionals.
So at this time, we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome and recognize those individuals that have been with us for the very first time. So if this is your first time, it is something that you should be very proud of. It is quite an accomplishment. So if you will stand up at this time for us to recognize you, our first time Precoa Escapes. Congratulations and job well done.
One of the greatest joys we have at Precoa is developing lasting partnerships with leading funeral homes. These aren't just business associates, but they're family relationships between people that care about each other.
We are truly honored to have so many of our partners here with us this week. You inspire us with your caring service and passion for helping families. Families in your community come together and heal when they need it most. Would all of the owners, managers, and staff from the following partners please stand to be recognized? Adams Chapels, Bradshaw Funeral and Cremation Services, Brenner Sand and Dietrich Funeral Home and Cremation Center.
Bunker Family Funerals and Cremation, Butler Funeral Homes, and Callahan Funeral Home.
Chapel Hill Mortuary, Croxford Funeral Home, Cypress Lawn Funeral Home.
Family Legacy Funeral Home, Flanner and Buchanan Funeral Centers, French Funerals and Cremations.
Gregory B. Levitt and Sons Funeral Homes, Hamlet Dobson Funeral Homes, Heritage Funeral Chapels.
Hillside Chapel Funerals and Cremations, Holman Howell Funeral Homes, Aranda McConaughey Funeral Homes.
Hole and Hole Funeral Home, John A. Gentleman Mortuaries, Krause Funeral Home.
Langland Family Funeral Homes, Matthijs Kuiper and DeGraaf Funeral Directors, McLean Funeral and Cremation Services.
Mercer Adams Funeral Service, Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Homes, Musgrove Mortuaries and Cemeteries.
Myers Mortuaries, Nelson Berna Funeral Home, O'Connor Mortuary.
Premier Planning, Reynolds Yankoff Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Ryer Rohr Earhart Funeral Home.
Roper and Sons Funeral Services, Russ and Brothers Mortuary, Schedinger Funeral and Cremation Services.
Sharp Funeral Homes, Stevenson and Son Funeral Homes, Steiger Family of Funeral Service.
Sunset Funeral Homes, Seitzema Funeral Homes, Tom M. Wages Funeral Services.
Burton Family Funeral Homes, Walker Funeral Homes.
And Forest Lawn Mortuaries. Thank you to all of our pre-need partners for being here with us tonight. We appreciate you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Regional Directors Todd Dashley and Brad Wynn.
We're here to recognize those that produce between $500,000 and $750,000 in sales.
These pre-need professionals are changing lives across America. They're helping to bring families together when they'll need each other most. This is truly meaningful work. Will each of you please stand as we call your name?
Sam Salceda, Marty Lind, and Deanne Rhodes.
Joyce Good, Karen Nichols, and Caesar Meza.
Ryan Wong, Chris Levy, and Greg Dodge.
Chad Davignon, Don Williams, and Robert Lacey.
Kimberly Pearsall, Tanya Listovich, and Joanne McCall.
Neil Young, Carly Matson, and Adam Hoffman.
Amy Irvin, Vin Singoantico, and Angela Turner.
Lori Stump, Ashkin Arsakanian, and Tarsi Favela.
George Alleman, Vada Lopez, and Ruth Garcia.
Sarah Bloomfield, David Potts, and Ovsep Arapigian.
Joe Lilly, Mikey Richardson, and Rodney Davidson.
Lisa Bates, Arpi Makuchian, and Peggy Faulkner.
Pam Smith, Latondra Coleman and Marilyn Dixon.
May Chu, Armand Ordean, and Mark Bodicki.
Peter Badalian, Missy McComas Lastra, and Clay Pensick.
Seth Nettleton, Moni Anderson, and Lala Terzian.
Monica Varley Snyder and Lita Giol-Badokian.
Congratulations to all our 2015 sales leaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Director of Field Development, Eric Battles, and Regional Director, Terry Schertzer.
Our next award showcases some of Precoa's brightest new talent. They've been with us for less than a year, but their production rates are right up there with the best in the company.
These are names I think we'll be hearing about for the years to come. Please congratulate our 2015 Rising Stars. When your name is called, please stand. Kevin Robinson.
Chad Davignon.
Brad Carrico.
Tim Jones.
And Paul Hall.
Congratulations to all of Precoa's Rising Stars.
Please welcome to the stage Regional Directors Tai Ji and Trevor Nguyen.
It's a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you to welcome this next group of sales leaders.
The next group of counselors that we're going to recognize produced over $750,000 last year, which makes them some of the best in the entire country.
Please join me in congratulating the following people for an incredible year.
Anahit Giavian.
Ginger Allen.
Angel Honda.
Anush Bedruzian.
Nathan Kessler.
Kevin Robinson.
Myrna Evangelista.
Amy Crocker.
Chad Baker. Jesse Schneit.
Del Beluso.
Ana Maria Nunez.
Kevin Bills.
Beth Perrine.
Brad Carrico.
Miriam Kusa.
Blair Kikta.
Michelle Lucero.
Angelina Davis Lindsay.
Kelly Brennan.
Ben Wood.
Kathleen Strebe.
Rafi Hovanesian.
Stephanie Herman.
Bob Cerna.
Jerry Holden.
Juliette Submergian.
Laura Rodich.
Bart Ayu.
Chris Tammy.
Rita Mirsakhanian.
Maggie Tuico.
Jenny Hatumian.
Shirley Johnson.
Camilla Hazelrig.
Lane McIntyre.
Cindy Thomas.
Mark Henderson.
Greg Cunningham.
Nati Andres.
Tim Jones.
Albert Kim.
Geraldine Gallegos.
Jarrett Wilson.
John Suman.
Barbara Shelton.
Jessica Crowley Wright.
And Adelina Darusinik.
Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for all your hard work.
How many of you have been to one of these celebration events before? There's quite a few of you. How many of you remember our field management entertainment? What did you think about that? Was it good? Do you remember the lip sync? How about the flash mob? Well, we're going to do something a little bit different this year. We're going to take it down a notch. We're going to show you that we do some serious things as well. So earlier this year, we had a field management team meeting, and we would like some of our field management presentation team to share some of the things that they learned at that meeting. So at this point in time, we're going to turn it over to our field management team.
Outstanding. Here we are, Julian.
Ray, that was a great meeting, wasn't it?
You know, I was always so very, very proud at what we were able to accomplish. Everyone pulling together, everyone doing things that were new and creative and unique. And I can't wait for us to show everybody some clips and a few things of what we've been doing as a company.
You know, it was life-changing, transformative. I mean, I will never forget. What?
Oh, no, not again.
Not again.
Oh, it's a worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. I saw I came, I conquered, or should I say I saw I conquered, I came. This little nigga on fire, ain't no lie. When y'all slipping, he running the game. Now bang bang boogie, that kitty little nigga in the nice, nice little shade. I gave Susie little fat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. Mama said that every word was on my blade. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm running out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball. We're taking it down. 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 We're bringing it back. 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 I'm a fireball. What did you guys think? Was that good or what? Let's give our field management team a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President of Business Development, Rob Meredith.
Precoa! Woo! This is awesome. I tell you, we're going to need a football stadium next year, looks like. Hey, again, I cannot tell you how glad I am to be surrounded by salespeople. Most people wouldn't say that, but I love it. I get the honor tonight to give out the Lifetime Achievement Award. And the people that receive this award have dedicated their life to this business, helping others, making sure that families have an easier time on that worst day of their life. This individual that received it tonight, I've known him since 1993, and he's just incredible human. Let alone a great salesman. He started out selling cemetery, then added funeral to it, and then he was picked up by a national insurance company and made a rep, and his state was always in the top 3. His team was always. He's also multi-Masters Club winner. 10 years ago, I got off a plane, didn't have my luggage, and he gave me his coat so I wouldn't look bad in a presentation. He always greets me by asking how my kids are, asking how I am, my wife. I've never seen him upset. He's just an extraordinary individual. I wanted to get him with Precoa, and I begged him to come on board because I knew that he had trained people in every major market in this country, and everybody respected him. He came on board with BD. He helped us open doors in every state. There isn't anybody that hardly doesn't know him out there. and I'm proud to call him my friend. And I'd like to introduce tonight, if you give me a big hand, for the 2015 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Fred Gerhardt. Come on up here, Fred. And as you know, behind every great salesperson, there's a motivator at home. His wife, Judy, is fantastic also. I want to give thanks to her, too.
Please welcome to the stage Vice President of Operations Ben Nagel and Vice President of Information Technology David Supton.
Last year, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary with a special gift for some of our original employees. In recognition of their hard work and dedication, we surprised each of them with a pair of tickets to join us on our 2015 super trip to Europe.
This was such a great experience that we decided to make it an annual tradition. Each employee that reaches 10 years of service will be joining us on our incentive trip. Some of these names you know well, and others you might be hearing for the first time, but all of the people we're recognizing tonight have been so important in all of our success.
Please join us in welcoming to the stage Rasan Brown, Heather Cronrath, Steve Herendine, JP Nye, Terry Schertzer, and Bruce Humphrey.
As CEO of Blue Nebula Consulting and in partnership with Precoa, Rasan has built an amazing organization totaling over $75 million in pre-need sales.
Heather has worn many hats at her time at Precoa and has excelled at every opportunity she's had. In her current position, she plays a key role in helping new partners go through our onboarding process.
One of our first RCs and two-time RC of the Year award winner, Steve is known for leading by example and never being afraid to roll up his sleeves and get to work.
JP has overseen the growth of a basic network with a handful of employees to a system of national scale, supporting thousands. And he also happens to be a pretty good machine gun teacher.
As an industry veteran of over 30 years, Terry is the definition of a Precoa leader, exemplifying our vision, mission, and values, often stepping in to fill the need at hand.
And last but not least, Bruce continues to have one of the highest hold rates in our funeral planning center. He's honest, he's loyal, and perhaps the best joke teller you'll ever meet.
Please join us again. Please join us again in thanking all of our great friends and colleagues for a decade of excellence, contributing to all of our success. Thank you.
and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President of Marketing Tyler Horningbrook and Vice President of Sales Brian Whitaker.
You know, Tyler, I think every year I say the same thing. It's just been another amazing evening. These next few days are going to be absolutely incredible. It is such a true honor for us to be able to introduce and announce this year's Sales Leader Award. Sales Leader Award goes to somebody that has taken their sales program, Tyler, and they've recruited the right people, they've trained them, they've added new leave programs, they've done all the necessary things to take their program from here clear over the top. And by doing that, obviously they've been able to influence hundreds and hundreds of more families.
Yeah, and this year's sales leader has certainly earned our respect this year. He's raised the bar for pre-need performance, and he's helped to take his firm to the next level. In the first year that they were with Precoa, they over doubled their pre-need volume. And this sales leader was right out front leading that charge.
You got that right, Tyler. And this year's no different. Our 2015 Sales Award leader, and just so everybody knows, this March, they just broke, right before the trip, broke another sales record from French Funerals and Cremations in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Mark Ballard. Come on up, Mark.
From training to presentations, Mark has been hands-on, actively helping improve sales. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. Congratulations again, Mark Ballard. Next, we'd like to recognize our Regional Consultant of the Year. The names behind me are the past Regional Consultant winners. They have exemplified what it means to be a Precoa leader. They've helped to drive the mission of partnering with funeral homes, leading funeral homes, and driving the proactive model. They've embodied the values of kindness, craftsmanship, and progression. And this year's RC of the Year Award winner is a worthy member of this elite group.
It's such an honor to introduce this individual as RC of the Year because Tyler and I both know the sacrifices that this individual has made. And where this gentleman has done this from is from a remote part of the country, one of the most beautiful but very remote parts of the country. And something you've just got to understand, he's been with us now for a little over 9 years. His territory when he started was a little over $2.5 million, and last year he broke a new milestone. His territory over $10 million for the first time in production last year. But all the money aside, to know this individual, the comments that I get, Tyler, from his owners, from his counselors, the way he constantly gives back with his time, with his energy, with his gifts. He makes ink pens. He's known for beef jerky, the best in the world. He does so many things for his funeral home owners and his counselors.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the 2015 RC of the Year, Dennis Beverland.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Director of Business Development Jason Whiting and Vice President of Business Development Rob Meredith.
We're right here, I think. That's where they... Before we get started on this next one, those two individuals that have been up here, Fred and Dennis, wherever you are, I can't see anybody past the third row because it's all black back there. Both of you have really influenced me in my career, and I want you to know how much I love you, and I appreciate the example that you've been to me. Thank you so much.
Next, we'd like to recognize 2 funeral homes this year that have helped us to share our vision, mission, and values throughout the country, while enriching the lives of the families they serve in their communities. In earning this award, they're joining a prestigious group of firms that represent the best in the industry. They have displayed a powerful commitment to proactive pre-need service.
Our first funeral home has been one of our most successful partners over the past 5 years while working hard to change the perception of our industry. They are passionate about helping families celebrate all aspects of life and the milestones that are within it. They bring people together in times of joy and remembrance.
Before I say the name of the firm, I have to say that this firm always amazes me on how they're constantly trying to understand the consumer of today. They've changed and went to weddings and adding catering, and they're looking at branching into all kinds of different versions of their own business. It's amazing to watch this group of people. They're all talented. I'd like to have Tony Lloyd come up and accept the award for 2015 Partnership Award. Goes to Flannery Buchanan.
Congratulations to everyone at Flannery Buchanan. There he is.
Our second honoree is not only a pillar of their community, but also a pillar of our national network of pre-need providers. 7 years ago, we shared our vision and asked them to believe in what we were building. Since then, we've grown together and established a strong, sincere partnership.
When I think about the people in this firm, I think about their integrity, I think about their culture, and their continued pursuit of excellence in service.
So we're proud to announce the 2015 Distinguished Partner Award goes to Forest Lawn Mortuaries. Woo! Will Joe Stefan come up and accept the award on behalf of Forest Lawn? Congratulations. Come on up, Joe.
Gentlemen, please welcome Precoa President Michael Hornibrook.
final awards this evening, we are pleased to honor our $1 Million Producers. Earning $1 Million Producer status remains our highest sales achievement and an incredible professional milestone for all those who reach it. This elite group is helping us to change the lives of so many families in their communities, bringing them together to heal when they need it most. Our 2015 $1 Million Producers. From Forest Lawn in California, Mary Galstian. From Harana-McConaughey in Colorado, Kathleen Renner. From Port Loring Mortuaries in Texas, Martha Sandoval. From Forest Lawn in California, Agnes Bisgard. From Bush Funeral and Crematory Services in Ohio, Skip Skolnick. From French Funerals and Cremation in New Mexico, Lynn Loomis. From Hanson Mortuary in Arizona, Terry Kerr. From Bunker Family Funerals and Cremation in Arizona, Ben Ashby. From Forest Lawn in California, Emily Wong. From Bush Funeral and Crematory Service in Ohio, Kathleen Blessinger. From Rannerman and Sons Funeral Home in Kentucky, John Welch. From Butler Funeral Homes in Illinois, Dan Perriott. From John A. Gentleman Mortuaries in Nebraska, Teresa Sutton. From Langland Family Funeral Homes in Michigan, Rob Boss. From Forest Lawn in California, John King. From Langland Family Funeral Homes in Michigan, Lori Vanderberg. Todd Langland is accepting the award on her behalf. From Adamson Chapels in Colorado, Tom Torkelson. From Daly Leach Memorial Chapel and Whitsett Funeral Home in Montana, Cheryl Tenold. From Stevenson and Sons Funeral Home in Montana, Lynn Anderson. From Forest Lawn in California, Ina Gregorian. From Wreath Roar Arrett Funeral Home in Indiana, Kevin Swanson. From Bagnasco Funeral Home and Keene Funeral Home in Michigan, Bob Regie. From Port Loring Mortuaries in Texas, Brendan McCormack. From Reynolds Yonkoff Funeral Home in Michigan, Nicole Westrick. From Sharp Funeral Homes in Michigan, Cheryl Marshall. From Forest Lawn in California, Annie Camborian. From O'Connor Mortuary in California, Louis Garcia. From Harana McConaty in Colorado, Vicky Hook. From Russin Brothers Mortuary in Utah, Rob Riley. Gary Russin is accepting the award on his behalf. From Forest Lawn in California, Joan Reiser. From Tom M. Wages Funeral Home in Georgia, Jeff Hogue. From Harana McConaty in Colorado, Bill Logan. From Forest Lawn in California, Angela Vega Rivera. From Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Homes in Oklahoma, Karen Johnson. From Rose Mortuary in Tennessee, Ricky Young. Zach Hillstead will be accepting the award on his behalf. From Parkville Funeral Service and Dole Trumbull Funeral Home in Missouri, Jed Ramsey. From Fulkerson Funeral Home in North Dakota, Jerry Martinez Kiefler. From Forest Lawn Mortuaries, Ina Gregorian. Let's just pause for a moment to think about how incredible this is. We've just reached 1.25 million, and we have already had $39 million producers. Incredible. Now I'm proud to announce those that have produced over 1,250,000 from P.L. Fry Mortuary and Fry Memorial Chapel in California, Richard Gokin. From Roper and Sons Funeral Home in Nebraska, Teresa Shear. From McMullen Funeral Homes in Georgia, Christy Jones. From Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Homes in Oklahoma, Wes Watkins. From Porter Loring Mortuaries in Texas, Christina Olivares. From Forest Lawn in California, Jack Padrumian. From Forest Lawn in California, Mirta Marconi Rothacher. From Walker Funeral Homes in Ohio, Jennifer Waldron. From Bush Funeral and Crematory Services in Ohio, Julie Skinner. From Maple Hill Funeral Home in Kansas, Lowell Ramsey. From Bliley Funeral Homes in Virginia, James Barnett. And our final 6 individuals each produced over 1.5 million in sales this year, serving 184 families. From Russin Brothers Mortuaries in Utah, Matt Simons. Serving 133 families, from Forest Lawn in California, and William Say. Serving 239 families, for Matthijs Kuiper de Graaf Funeral Home in Michigan, Donald Martin. Jeff Matthijs is accepting the award on his behalf. At number 3, serving 205 families, from Chicago Jewish Funerals in Illinois, Faith Avner. And at number 2, serving 288 families, from Hamlet Dobson Funeral Home in Tennessee, Jake Bella. And our top producer, once again, selling over 2.5 million and serving 296 families, from Sunset Funeral Homes in Illinois, Tammy Hopper. Jason Murphy is accepting the award on her behalf. Let's have one more round of applause for our $1 million producers. To take a moment, and there's a group of individuals from Destinations Travel Group that have been on my mind these last few weeks. As most of you may not know, about a month ago, on March 20th, their vice president of sales that had been with them for the last 6 years, Stoney Winterton, took his life. He was a dear friend of theirs, a close colleague. He had a wonderful wife and 4 children. He was kind and always giving. And the Destinations family lost him just a month ago. The following day was the day that was due to send out all those Precoa the packets for our trip. And the entire team gathered together that day to put together our packets one by one, amidst the tears and the pain that they were going through, to ensure that we had the information we needed. These last 4 weeks, they have worked tirelessly for this trip while dealing with an immense amount of grief. I can't imagine what they've been through. They came here early. They welcomed everybody. They're up late. Last night, as I was heading to bed around 1 o'clock, I saw them going room by room, doing the drops for tonight's event. If I could have the Destinations team, every one of them, for a moment, I want them to please stand. And if we can shine the lights up here, I just want all of us to take a moment as they stand, and that we express as a group our gratitude for all that they have done for us so we could be here today. such wonderful people and a part of our family. A few weeks back, I received the following email from Rick at Destinations, and he said, "Last night at the viewing and today at the funeral, we were humbled by the outpouring of love and support. This is the closest death that has hit me personally, and it's been so heartbreaking and so emotionally draining. I can't imagine what Stoney's wife and kids are experiencing. I have been thinking lots about you these past 10 days, and I think I had a good handle on your why before. You do an amazing job expressing and showing your why, but I have an entirely different love and respect for you and your mission now. I am blessed to know you and appreciate the association more than you'll ever know. Looking forward to seeing you all in Cancun." What Rick expressed there was the why of what we do. The why was in that time of need. What they needed more than anything was love and support from family and friends. And what people need, and that we have the responsibility of doing in the funeral profession and as pre-need counselors, is to educate people on why it is so important to have that time at the time of loss to be with our family and friends, to be able to be close to those we're connected with and to feel that love and support so that they can begin healing during that most difficult time of grief. What we're in is very important work for these people. Each of us has experienced that loss at one time or another and know of how important it is to feel of that love of others. A couple months ago, as we were thinking about our vision, and we've had a vision and we've shared that to pre-arrange all families, and we have our values and our mission of how to do that, we realized it was important that we had a purpose, that we express the why behind that, the purpose of what we do. And we simplified it into a few words: enriching life through meaningful connection. It's the meaningful connections that we have with one another that give us the strength that enrich our lives during the hard times, the challenges, and also during the good times and the fun and the enjoyment. It's that connection that we have that brings that warmth to our heart, that helps lift us through our life and gives us the joy and the peace that we all desire. I want to thank each of you for enriching my life with the connection that we have. And I am so excited for the rest of this week to be able to enrich each of our lives through the connections we make. Thank you.
Connection. It could be a handshake or a hug, a smile or tears shed on a friend's shoulder. We're all connected by birth, by love, by experience, or by tragedy. We are all family, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, friends. No matter where we find ourselves in this world, somebody is waiting for our connection. The things that matter most in life are the relationships you have with others. And when you really do connect with another person, it's a special event. It's something that's memorable, that lasts with you for a lifetime. Obviously, we have lots of relationships. We have lots of opportunities to communicate with others. But the ones that really matter is when you make that heart-to-heart connection. connection is about people helping people. And in that process, we help each other to be the best we can be.
The kind of connection that makes a difference is when you're heart to heart. When you're really connecting and communicating with someone. You're not just talking about things or places, but you're talking about your feelings. You're talking about your hopes and dreams. You're helping each other. You're comforting each other. About 6 weeks ago, we had an experience where one of our planners sent us an email. Actually, in the evening, he drives an Uber vehicle. We probably should pay him more, but anyway, that's what he does in the evening, is drive a Uber vehicle. And one time he picked up this lady, evidently, that was from Kenya. And he could tell that she wasn't feeling real great, but she wasn't talking a lot. So he kept trying to gently talk with her to see if he might be able to help. And he found out in the process that she was just recently here. She'd come this past late December. And she'd been trying to get here for 8 years, but hadn't been able to because of visa requirements or whatever, even though she was married to a man that was an American here. So finally she had got here, and she was aware that he had cancer, but he seemed to be fine. And he was fine when she first got here. But within a short period of time, he began to decline quickly. So quickly that she was very uncomfortable with what was going on, and very unsure of her faith and hope, and concerned that, in fact, he may not be here for long. But here she was, in a foreign country, all by herself, with her best friend in the process of passing away, her husband. So anyway, he didn't know all of this, but he knew most of it. And he mentioned our experience with cancer. And she quickly pulled up our blog on her cell phone and said something that she wanted to meet us or talk to us or something if she could. So he emailed us, sent us her contact information, and said, whatever you want to do. So we emailed back, gave her our contact information, she called back, and we visited for a while. She felt a little bit of hope, knowing our story, but also realizing that her story may not be the same. We talked a little bit and figured a time that we might be able to get together. So Ann and I went over to meet she and her husband. But we didn't know who these people were. We drove up kind of around their home. It's a different part of town than we were used to going to. We were a little nervous, but we felt like it was the right thing to do. So we go up to the door, and she opens the door, cute little African lady, and I don't know, about 30 years old. And Ann just sort of says, hi, I'm Ann Hornibrook. And the girl just collapses in her arms. And shedding through the tears, she said, all day long, I've been praying for help from my mother. And my mother's name is Ann. This young lady's name is Rachel. And Ann said, my only daughter's name is Rachel. There was a connection immediately made. And we spent lots of time with them, helping them move and get settled in a new home. The only thing he seems to like to eat is Costco ice cream, and we just happen to have a bunch of it. So we go over regularly. Ann sends little texts every day with a scripture and a thought. And what a lift it is to her. It seems at times we've just been encouraged to go see her for no particular reason. And we go there and find out she is just bottomed out and just struggling with her life and the things she's going through. And we're able to be there to help, to connect in a heart-to-heart way that I believe only we could. While it's most important to connect with those that are dearest to you and to spend your energies doing that, just so, connecting and serving and loving with all your heart. It's also important to be open to those opportunities that may come your way just because you are and you can share your light. Keep your hearts open to do those things that will bring you joy and peace and joy to others that they can have in no other way but through you. Oh, if you could know how much Brett and I, Michael and others, love and care and appreciate you. I know so many of you come up and say, we're so grateful for what you've done, and I'm just so grateful for what you've done. I am not a great pre-need sales counselor, but you are. I'm not a great funeral director, but you are. I do what I do and you do what you do, and together we do a great work. I am so grateful for you and all that you do and all that you are. And I'm grateful for what you're becoming. I'm grateful for our home office staff and all that they do to help and support you and us. It's a wonderful group of people to work with. I'm thankful to you and appreciate you. I know many of you too have been praying and doing things, thinking good thoughts for me and the cancer. It has made a world of difference. These drugs I'm on were only supposed to last a little while, and they keep going on and on and on. And they keep working with little to no side effects. You wouldn't know that I'm on cancer drugs. It's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate what you do and appreciate what you are. So grateful to be with you, and I'm glad that you're enjoying this time. It's what we hope for most. Thank you.
This is kind of surreal for me. Our very first incentive trip, we had 3 counselors who joined us that night. We have tonight with us 684 guests. And something very, very special happens when you arrive. It's something that I don't see very many places or very often. And it's best described in the theme that we've been talking about tonight. Your light is tremendous. Your connections are amazing. I am so heartwarmed by how many of you who have come up to me and come up to Mark, and come up to his kids and asked how he's doing. As Mark said, his tumors are all gone. He's not cancer-free, but through the faith and prayers and diet and medication, but probably more importantly, the faith and prayers of all of you, and he's tumor-free. So thank you very much. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be associated with a group like you. The work that you do is tremendously important. The connections that you make in the work that you do and the light that you share in doing that is tremendous. You truly, truly bring light to a potentially dark moment. So tonight, to continue the theme of connection, we'd like to see if we can create a little bit of an experience, a group experience. So I would like for you to take a moment, and I would like for you to think about a connection that you would like to make. A connection that you would like to build. This might be something that needs to be repaired. It might be a new connection. It might be a connection that just needs to be built on. I want you to think of a way to share and to grow your light. Now, when we thought about doing this, we were anticipating or hoping for a little less wind. But we're going to try this anyway. And the experience is more in the thinking about the connection and thinking about growing the light than it actually is the experience. But if the experience works, I think it will be pretty special as well. So we're going to demonstrate what we're going to do here. So Michael, Mark, we're going to give you guys a white paper bag. And we want you to fill this paper bag about a quarter of the way full with sand. And we're going to give you a tea light. And I'd like you to put that tea light in the middle of the bag and push it down just a little bit. Then I'd like you to work together and light the tea light. And when it's lit, I want you to fold over the top and just crease it over the top so that the wind won't get in. And as you're doing that, I want you to think of that connection. I want you to think of that light. I want you to think about how you're going to make that happen, how you're going to make it burn brighter, and how you're going to make it grow. And then I would like for you to take this bag, each of you will have one, and I want you to go set it over on the beach. I want the section over here to my right and the section in the middle to just exit out of your left. I'd like the section over here to my left to go out the back and go around and put it on the beach. So underneath all of your chairs is a paper bag, a tea light, and a lighter. It's under every other chair. And I'd like you to do this quietly and think about that connection. love you. We appreciate you. Have a fantastic trip and a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.